Meghan derangement syndrome, a condition that seems to be plaguing British media and online critics. It's a term that captures the irrational obsession and relentless criticism that Meghan Sussex, the Duchess herself, faces. This psychological phenomenon isn't just a figment of our imagination. It's real, it's tangible, and it's quite comical, really. The latest case of this syndrome comes from none other than the top echelons of the media industry. Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos found himself in the crosshairs of these critics, all thanks to his association with Meghan's show, With Love, Meghan. The criticism was incessant and quite frankly baseless, but Sarandos, in his infinite wisdom, responded in the most sublime way possible. He didn't resort to personal attacks or defensiveness. No, he merely spoke the truth of his business model, stating, "You may love them or hate them, but you're still watching." Isn't that a beautiful and damning indictment of the hate watch culture that's taken root? The very critics who vow their hatred for Meghan are the same ones who binge-watched all 8 episodes of her show within a day of its premiere. They spent hours of their precious lives not out of enjoyment, but in a desperate attempt to find a single word, a single frame to spin into a clickbait headline. It's an addiction, really, a tragic, comical addiction fueled by envy. The irony is simply delicious. These critics, these media mouthpieces who earn mere pennies for their venomous columns, are unwittingly serving as unpaid marketers for Meghan and Netflix. They clear their schedules to bash for cash, while Meghan and her team reap the benefits of multi-million-dollar contracts. So, why would anyone choose to hate a show? Were they forced to watch it? Did Meghan tie them to a chair? Of course not. They watched it because their obsession is stronger than their proclaimed hatred. They watched it to feed their own manufactured outrage, which they then sell to a public that's frankly growing tired of it. Ted Sarandos' response? He simply stated, "You may love them or hate them, but you're still watching." Isn't it ironic? These critics, so entrenched in their disdain for Meghan, end up binge-watching her show. They sit in the glow of their screens, eager to pick apart every line, every gesture, every scene, and in doing so, they feed into the very thing they claim to detest. The irony of hate watch culture is a fascinating study in human behavior. It's a paradox, really. These critics who claim to loathe Meghan and her show spend hours of their lives glued to their screens, watching, absorbing, and ultimately contributing to the show's success. They may not realize it, but they're part of the very fan base they deride. The more they watch, the more they criticize, the more they discuss, the more attention they bring to the show. Their disdain fuels the hype machine, generating buzz and curiosity. And let's not forget, every view, every click, every share translates into numbers, into ratings, into success. Their hate watch is a strange and twisted form of fandom. They may not be watching out of love, but they're watching nonetheless. And in a world where attention equals currency, their hate watching is as valuable as any fan's adoration. And the delicious irony, these critics, in their zealous attempts to bash for cash, are serving as unpaid marketers for Meghan and Netflix. They're promoting the show, driving viewership, and helping it succeed. Their vitriol, their outrage, their disdain are all part of the marketing machine. They're working unwittingly for the very thing they claim to hate. The hate watch culture is a testament to the power of obsession, the strength of emotions, and the often blurred lines between love and hate. It's a phenomenon that is as fascinating as it is baffling. So, to the hate watchers out there, keep watching, keep criticizing, keep talking, because in the end, you're not hurting the show or Meghan, you're helping them thrive. You're contributing to their success. In their attempts to bash for cash, these critics are inadvertently serving as unpaid marketers for Meghan and Netflix. Scene script. Why do people hate watch? It's a question worth asking. Let's dive into the fascinating world of obsession. You see, when someone proclaims their hatred for a show, yet can't resist the urge to watch every single episode, that's not hatred. That's obsession. It's a powerful force that takes over, making them sacrifice hours of their lives to something they claim to despise. These hate watchers are not just passive viewers. They are active participants. They feed their own outrage cycle, turning every perceived flaw into a personal affront. They dissect every word, every scene, every moment, not to appreciate the work, but to find fuel for their relentless criticism. But here's the kicker. In their fervor to denounce and deride, they are unwittingly contributing to the show's success. Every click, every view, every hate-filled tweet, it all adds up. It all contributes to the show's viewership, boosting its ratings and keeping it in the public eye. Ironically, the more they hate watch, the more they empower the show. Their obsession, in fact, becomes a potent marketing tool. It's free publicity, a constant stream of attention that keeps the show relevant and talked about. The critics may think they're tearing the show down, but in reality, they're building it up. It's a strange and twisted cycle, isn't it? The hate watchers feed on their own outrage, and in doing so, they feed the show. They fuel its success, they amplify its reach, and they validate its importance. Their obsession in the end strengthens the very show they vow to destroy. And so we see the power of obsession. It's a force that can compel people to act against their own proclaimed interests, a force that can turn critics into unwitting supporters. It's a force that transforms hatred into success, turning the tables on the very people who seek to undermine it. So the next time you hear someone proclaim their hatred for a show, remember this. Their hatred is not a sign of the show's failure, but a testament to its success. Their obsession, in fact, strengthens the very show they vow to destroy. And this, my friends, is why Megan Sussex always wins. She's at the center of a cyclical phenomenon, a whirlpool of criticism and hate-watching that she did not create but is skillfully navigating. It's a cycle that feeds on itself, a self-perpetuating machine of outrage. And ironically, the ones fueling it are the very critics who swear they want to see her fall. With every click, every hate-filled column, every enraged tweet, they are unknowingly proving her power and relevance. They are showing the world how much they can't ignore her. They are admitting, albeit indirectly, that Megan Sussex matters. And isn't that the most beautiful irony of all? Megan Sussex is not just surviving in this harsh media landscape. She's thriving. Every negative headline feeds her brand, every hate watch boosts her viewership, every vitriolic column provides free publicity. She's playing the game and she's playing it well. And the best part, she's winning. The critics, with their obsessive need to dissect every frame of her show, every word she utters, every action she takes, are doing her a huge favor. They are giving her the most precious commodity in the world of entertainment, attention. And attention, my friends, is power. The power to influence, the power to inspire, the power to change the narrative. And Megan Sussex, with her grace, resilience, and determination, is doing just that. She's changing the narrative one hate watch at a time. She's turning the tables on her critics, using their own weapons against them. And that, my friends, is a masterstroke. So let the critics continue their ranting. Let them continue their hate watching. Let them continue to fuel the cycle of outrage. Because with each passing day, with each passing headline, they're only making Megan Sussex stronger. They're only proving that she matters. They're only confirming what we already know. Megan Sussex always wins. Every single hate-filled column, every enraged tweet, they all only serve to fuel Megan's success. So keep watching, critics. Megan Sussex thanks you for your service. After all, there's no such thing as bad publicity, right? So there you have it, folks. We've delved into the world of Megan derangement syndrome, revealing the irony of our hate watch culture. The critics, consumed by their obsession, watch, critique, and inadvertently play into the hands of those they claim to despise. They're not just viewers, but active participants in the success story they're so keen to tear down. The power of obsession is truly remarkable. It drives the critics to sacrifice hours of their lives, not for enjoyment, but to find fodder for their rage-filled articles. Yet in their fervor, they contribute to the very success they wish to undermine. And that's the delicious irony of it all. Megan Sussex will always win because her critics, in their obsession, are her unwitting promoters. They watch her show, they talk about her, and they keep her in the limelight. They're not just spectators, but active contributors to the Megan Sussex narrative. Ted Sarandos, Netflix's CEO, said it best. You may love them or hate them, but you're still watching. And as long as they're watching, Megan Sussex remains relevant. As long as they're watching, Megan Sussex wins. So the next time you come across a hate-filled column or an enraged tweet, remember this. Every click, every view, every word written in anger is a testament to Megan Sussexes' power and relevance. It's a vicious yet delicious cycle that ensures Megan Sussexes' continued success. Thank you all for tuning into Royal Telly. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, this is your host, Chloe, signing off.